Episode 11. I am to report to Starbase 39 in the Sierra system. Obviously has something to do with the Romulans. This is one of many starbases in the Federation, for those of you that didn't know that. Alright, I'm beaming down to the station. I don't need an away team for this. Just me. They're asking just for me. One other thing before I forget. Make that my primary. Report to Lieutenant Commander DeSoto in the Admiral's office. Admiral Tanay runs this starbase, and I gotta report to Lieutenant Commander DeSoto. Interesting. And there he is. Fly under the radar, so to speak. So in other words, you don't want me to use the USS Yellow Springs for this mission. It'll draw too much attention. Okay. Just a couple questions. Is this a Section 31 operation by any chance? Very well. I do not intend to start a war. We're already at war with the Klingons. What can I expect from the vault? Alright, expect anything. In the obvious chance that I'll need it, what happens if I need support? When it comes to missions like this, it never goes as planned. Okay, no more questions. Alright, then I'm going to head to the shipyard. Tell you the truth, I've already got a shuttlecraft. But I want to check something real quick at the shipyard. Now, there is a couple things to know about using a shuttlecraft in this case. One, it's obviously smaller than my starship. And two, it's not as heavily armored as a starship would be. In fact, it's only got 2 weapons. Yeah, let me... Oh, by the way, these are my other starships that I have in here. USS Thor, USS Punisher, USS Bulldog. This ship I was given to by a friend. I don't use it that often. This one I acquired from a prize pack about a few months ago. This one I acquired from the C store, which I purchased it from. Same thing with this one. And this one I got, well, let me turn off the shield array for you. This one I got from an activity done over the summer. But let me show you my this is one of my small craft that I could use. The Argyle. But that's not what I'm going to use for this mission. I'm going to use this. The USS John Gudgel. Which, for those of you watching, is important to know that John Gudgel was the principal of Yellow Springs High School when I graduated from there. So I figured as a good show of respect to him, I'd name a shuttlecraft after him. If you also notice, the registry number says NCC 2008, the year I graduated. So, Mr. Gudgel, if you're watching this, or you know people that are watching this, just a little shout out to you. Your name is posted on a shuttlecraft, so I hope you approve of that. Alright, let's go to the Hakona system. I can travel there in a starship, but I can't go into the mission unless I'm in a shuttlecraft. No, I don't want to beam down. I already did. Depart the system. If you think this mission is based on stealth, you're kind of right, because I don't have the armaments necessary to take on an entire Romulan fleet in a shuttlecraft. There's the Hakona system. Let's see, should I travel at slipstream velocity? Why not? It'll get me there quicker. Plus the tunneling effect looks cool. And I'm moving at a speed of warp 30, so I'll definitely get there easily. Come out of slipstream. Now. Okay, I've reached the Hakona system. I'm going to enter it. But remember, I'm not going in as my starship, I'm going in as a shuttlecraft. Uh-huh. Very well, let's find a way to avoid detection. Before I do any of that, I want to check. Okay, I got beam overload. These are another things too about my abilities. Small craft stations. I take my bridge officers and they give me small abilities that I can use. Like right here, this is my starship stations. I got 2 tactical stations, 2 science, and 1 engineering. And they give me all these abilities. Aceton beam, engineering team, emergency powered shields, emergency powered engines, polarize the hull, destabilizing resonance beam, and whatnot. A shuttle, you only get 2 abilities, so I gotta use them wisely. Okay, how am I gonna get there undetected? There's 3 options I can use. Let's try the examine the asteroid near navigational beacon. I'm also setting this one miraculous repairs, which, because I'm an engineering expert, if my health dips below like 20% or something, if I hit this button, L2, it'll jump my health up to 100%. But it'll take time to recharge. There's the asteroid. Let's scan it. Alright then. Let's cut a piece of it from our weapons.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Well, the reason why I'm glowing is because I utilized my weapon system, so most of my abilities are set to go off randomly. Let's do a material analysis. So you're suggesting that we push this asteroid forward and fall behind it, because according to what you're saying, it'll cause duranium shadows to scanners, which means that they won't be able to detect me. Very good. Let's engage tractor beam repulsor mode. What about the nebula? Alright. We might have to use the nebula because I just remembered that this thing is a little bit glitched. I don't know why. I had no problems with this before, so let's try and see if we can find that nebula while avoiding detection at the same time. Oh, that was too close for comfort. Remember, if I get within 10 kilometers of a target, I can shoot them, or in return, they can shoot me. These extra objectives right here can't be used by me because I'm an engineering specialist. One's for science, the other one's for tactical, and I can't use those. There's the nebula. Pinkish red and blue. One of the things that they told me, though, is that this is going to disrupt my shields and targeting scanners. So I'll be going in blind, but in a sense their systems will be blind as well. As you can see, I can't even go at full impulse. So this is going to take a little bit, but like I said before, that asteroid thing should have worked, but the thing about this game, though, is that it can get glitchy a little bit sometimes, which makes it difficult to play through. But if you have another way to do it, then you do it. So I apologize to everyone if this seems like it's taking a little bit longer than it should. I think I know a way to speed things up a little bit. I'm diverting power to my engines. Might make me a little bit faster. Not by much, but it'll do. Oh, never mind about that. Can I get through? Can I get through? I got through. Oh boy. A few scattered life signs, okay. Okay, now that I'm in, I'm diverting power to my shields now. Because like I said, if I was in a starship, I would have diverted power to my weapons, but I'm not. This thing doesn't take much of a beating, so I need the shield power whenever needed. Let's hail that shuttle. Someone's still living here. There's the doorway. The station is massive. Yeah, there's no way my starship would have been able to fit in here. Well, it could have, but they didn't want to take the risk, so that's understandable.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
So much for a stealth approach. Scan the bulkhead doors. So we need to find this proper security key. Let's scan the turret debris. Code block 6750. Okay, that's one of them. Some microgravity storage containers. Personal access code 0668. Okay, that's one. That's another one. Well, I can fly freely in here at full impulse, so let's look at the security node. Code key block 9904. Okay, I've got the codes. Apparently there's another one. Hail the station inhabitants. Maybe they can help us. I'm investigating dangerous energy readings coming from the station. I'm ready to handle any trouble that I might find, and I'm not about to back down. The Empire still has many worlds. There are many survivors. What would you have of me? Very well. I'll consider your offer. All they need is one of each, and I can get those. Medical supplies, provisions, shield generators. I brought the supplies that you requested. All right. Dangerous amounts of radiation. That could be what we're looking for. If you wish, I can take you with us. Good luck to you. So she gave me a personal override code. So instead of using those 3 codes that I got, I can use personal override code 3449 just to open this door. There we go. Containers are empty. Scan the EPS conduits. So avoid the discharges. There's a little fighter right down there. Which means somebody else besides those people are here. I'll stop. There's a light tractor beam turret and a light disruptor cannon turret. Like I said, all I needed to be was within 10 kilometers or shorter and I'd be attacked. That's why I actually stopped. Got to plan out my moves.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
One of the good things about this, and this is not just from my shuttle, This is also from my starship. I don't run out of torpedoes, by the way. All I gotta do is wait for them to recharge. Now, there's one thing I can time it. Wait. I can time it. Go. Stop!
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Thank you.
Four shields failing.
Yeah, I hear you. It's another one of those things that I could need to time. Slowing to 1/4 speed, so that way when that thing disappears, I can go through it quickly. Now! Above us? Hello. They managed to get a whole Borg sphere in this whole station. Let's analyze the discharges. Get us close enough to the sphere we can scan it. But not too close. So if it's not what's causing the radiation, then what is? We just gotta go deeper into the vault. Same issue as before. Wait until I'm in weapons range. Wait a second. Both of those are tractor beam turrets, so they won't shoot me, but I can shoot them.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
They're too far away to utilize a tractor beam, but not far away enough that I can't shoot it. Oh, and if you're wondering what the weapons complement of the USS John Gudgel is, it's a 360-degree energy disruptor weapon, and then a transphasic torpedo launcher. Now, as an added perk, I can actually deploy a plasma torpedo platform, which will launch plasma torpedoes. These are my consoles. This will come in handy if I really take a beating. It'll help my shield and hull restorations. And this console here ups my disruptor damage. It's another one of those things I gotta time. By going at a slower speed, I'm actually timing it better. We're through. I agree. It's too quiet. I think we found the source of the radiation. A Thalaron reactor. If you all remember, in that one episode, we were supposed to track down someone who was selling Thalaron weapons. I think we just found the buyer. Scan the reactor. Agreed.
Ah, so our intruder finally arrives at the heart of the matter. Have you seen all that you came to see, little spy?
Who are you?
Does it really matter? Call me Obasek, if a name is that important to you.
Okay, Obsec. What are you doing here?
That should be obvious. I intend to make use of this station to further my agenda. Your presence, however, is a bit more curious. I expect that you are operating under the shroud of Empress Sela, whether you realize it or not.
I am not an agent of Empress Sela.
Did you know Sela's mother was a human? And a Starfleet officer, no less. Given Starfleet's many attempts at interference with the Romulan Star Empire over the years, it is quite obvious that at least some elements of both organizations are cooperating. Either that, or possibly your Starfleet has been tricked into doing the Empress's bidding.
Even if I were an operative of Sela, how would that change the situation?
Points for your keen observation regarding the precariousness of your situation. In short, it does not. You are an interloper, and a potential wrinkle in my plans, so you must be eliminated.
If I knew the nature of your plans, we could arrange some mutual beneficial solution.
Never rely on the noble intentions of spies and thieves, Captain. And you and I are either one or the other.
Since we are on similar footing, the least we could do is show courtesy.
Appreciate your level-headedness in an unfortunate situation. As you must have surmised, though, I have already located the Thalaron weapons that I need. One of my ships has completed transporting them, and soon we shall make our first strike against the Romulans in our war for liberation. Sadly, we cannot trust any outside powers to ally with us. Our freedom must be won by our own hands.
The Federation has always promoted freedom. While I cannot condone the use of Thalaron weapons, I can emphasize with your plight.
Your honesty under pressure is refreshing. Lesser beings would be scheming to learn my plans or begging for mercy. Your intellect and discretion do you credit.
Still, I cannot condone the use of Thalaron weapons despite your justifications.
Frankly, I'm astonished by your commitment to principle. I had a very low opinion of Starfleet officers. Sadly, this means that you are also a determined enemy, and a dangerous one. I will allow you to explore the station at your leisure, but I cannot allow you to leave. I'm sure you understand my position. Perhaps at some future time, when the Riemann people are free, I will be able to free you as well. I must warn you that if you attempt to leave, my warship will have no choice but to destroy your craft. Farewell.
Let's secure the research data. Let's get out of here. There's a research data node here. I'm picking up schematics. Wonder if there's anything else. You know, before I leave, I want to check all avenues of acquiring information, but I don't see anything else. Alright, I've seen enough. Let's get out of here. Okay. Let's destroy the locking mechanism. Expect a fight. Scorpion fighters.
Target's shields have failed.
There's a problem. They have a tendency to cloak themselves,
4 shields.
which make things all but harder. And they're armed.
Target's shields have failed.
And my shields are holding, for the most part. And I missed. See, that's another problem with flying these shuttlecraft. You don't always get a good accuracy rating with these things.
Target's shields have failed.
If I was in my starship right now, I would have destroyed these fighters in about 30 seconds. But you gotta make do with what you got. That's why I diverted my power to shields. I knew I was gonna probably in for a firefight, so that way, if I did have to take a beating, I'd last a little bit longer. And I can't just run from them. Even if I do run from them, they're gonna follow me.
Target's shields.
And a good chance I'm gonna run into some more fighters. So I take out these ones right here, let my hull and shields heal up, and then be ready for the next dose of enemies. It's only logical. And also, it's a good thing if I stay away from their explosions.
Shields have failed.
I destroyed that one while he was cloaking. Okay, get a quick breather in. Now, let's head out of here. Same thing as before. And guess what? As I suspected. See, had I run, I would have encountered more of these fighters, and even though my power's been rerouted to shields, I would have not been able to stand that much of a beating. Should have waited until he started to cloak. That way his shields would have been down and I could have used my torpedo. But hey, can't predict when they're going to use their cloaks.
4 shields failing.
Okay, now I'm starting to take a little bit of a beating. Fire torpedo.
Target's shields have failed.
Let's give myself more of a shield boost. What would really come in handy is if I had a tractor beam on this thing and I could hold one of these fighters and just shoot the heck out of it. Like I said, if I was in my starship, I would have eradicated these things pretty quickly. And I would have had a better accuracy rating.
Failed.
Sometimes it's hard to lock on when they're so small. Okay, there should be one more left.
Target's shields have failed.
Yep, he's cloaking. Got him. Now comes the tough part. Timing it. I'm going to slow to 1/4. Wait for this to dissipate. Okay, that's good. Oh, dear God.
Under attack.
If I thought the fighters were bad enough, I got a Mogai Warbird out there. There's no way I can withstand its beating.
Shields have failed. Target's shields have
They're
failed.
quite maneuverable. It was only at 12% and I almost had him. And that's another thing I would love to have with this little ship.
Target's
It's a
shields
cloaking
have failed.
device. But I gotta make do with what I got. Besides, they're taking more of a beating because I'm dishing out a beating. Okay, now begins the tricky task of getting past a Mogai Heavy Warbird. Without exaggeration, I can tell you right now, that Warbird would tear me to pieces. So let me check my skills real quick. I have other science officers in here. Polarized hull, tractor... I had a tractor beam one, but I didn't use it. Okay, that's... Ah, here we go. Mask energy signature. Let's see what that will do for me. While active, good chunk of stealth, defense rating. I also do... Where did he go? Okay, there he is. Remember, 10 kilometers and I'm in weapons range. He's getting closer. He's getting closer. And I got a door locking on.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Hopefully he doesn't see me. He didn't see me.
Warning. Ship is under
But they did.
Target's shields have failed.
I can take these fighters on, but there's a good chance I would never survive that Warbird. So let me get a little bit further away from him. Based on his movement and stuff. Shields will hold.
Target's shields have failed.
Okay, this is gonna hurt a bit, but took a beating to my shields, but I got farther away from him, so that's the important thing.
Left shields failing.
Okay. He's cloaking. Got him! Luckily, my torpedo had enough time to lock on to him before he cloaked. Okay, he's somehow hiding from me. And I can't lock onto him. So you know what? I'm just gonna get out of here. If he wants to chase me, that's his business. Well, he doesn't... Well, he doesn't appear to be following me, so I'm not going to worry about it. Any other day, I would have gone after him, but I'm in a small ship, not a lot of firepower, so I need to get out of here as quickly as possible. Oh, great. Well, this is interesting. It's only a light warbird. I might be able to... Well, while I'm doing that, let me change my skills up real quick. Let's give it a tractor beam, why don't we? That way when I get a lock on him, I can hold him and then shoot him. Of course, he'll probably cloak too, but... Get us within range. It's not taking on a light a fighter, but it's better than taking on a heavy warbird.
Target's shield has failed.
Tractor beam. Back up a little bit. Oh, this explosion's gonna hurt. Not by much. Okay, there was one other thing I needed to do. That high beam one is good and all, but I need something a little more kick. Nope. There we go. Well, actually, that one will work. Fire at will. Let's escape. Agreed. Let's send the message and then hopefully get some reinforcements out here. Set course for the nebula. There's a derelict Sky's battle cruiser out there too. Okay, we'll take care of the fighters and the torpedoes.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Ouch. Takes care of some of the fighters. Don't worry about the warbird. Took care of that fighter. It's a Federation shuttlecraft out here. Okay, we took care of the fighters and torpedoes. Okay. Ooh. Very well. Pilot, get us out of here. Gotta report to Commander DeSoto. Let him know what happened and what to expect. Oh, it feels so good to be back on the Yellow Springs. Set course for Starbase 39. I did pretty well with a shuttlecraft. The John Gudgel did well. I think Mr. Gudgel would be proud. Ah, got a 1-minute recharge on this thing. That's another thing too. With the slipstream drive, I can't use it every single time. I got like a 1-minute recharge on it. But my ship's fast enough I can get there with regular warp drive. Let's see what my warp factor is right now. 12.34. Compared to slipstream drive where I would have been at warp factor 30. This guy doesn't have a fleet. I'll invite him in. That's another thing too. I am part of a good fleet called the Gamma Bulldogs. Another shout out to Yellow Springs because their mascot's the Bulldog. We don't have a whole lot of people in there, but we're getting there. That's another thing too, a shout out to every one of the Gamma Bulldogs out there. You know who you are. And anyone that's watching these videos, if you do create a character, and assuming you're on a PlayStation 4, if you want to join up with our fleet, let me know immediately. That way you can either let me know or one of the other members know, and we'll put you in. Unexpectedly, yeah. Thank you, Commander. You're welcome, Commander. Let's report this to Admiral Tanay.
Excellent work. We need to learn more about the conflict between Obasek and the Romulans. Sila's forces may indeed be hounding the Remans, but the use of Thalaron weapons is unacceptable. Not even the Klingons or the Breen will stoop to such barbarism. Starfleet intelligence will be working to decode the list of possible targets you acquired from the base's databanks. The next step may be to investigate these sites and find out why the Remans want to destroy them.
Agreed, Admiral. And you know what? Since they gave me such a hassle, as a reward, I'm going to take these Scorpion fighters. Well, folks, that was episode 11. I'll give you a sneak peek at episode 12. Mine Enemy.
Starfleet intelligence has decoded the list of Reman targets that you recovered from the vault. I need you to investigate one of these locations and determine why Obasek and his forces planned an attack there. The Vahar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The Ferengi have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with Latinum. You will go to the Vahar system under the pretense of negotiating a possible trade agreement with the Federation. Talk to Madron, the operator of the mines. Convince him to allow you access. Find out all you can. Once we know why Obasek and the Remans are targeting these mines, then we will be able to decide how to proceed.
Alright then. We'll go there. Thank you, Admiral. Okay, folks, that was episode 11. I will see you for episode 12. Until then, this is Captain Chris Dorn, signing off.